First things first, figure out what elevation you need to be at. If you can't quite squat to parallel on your own, then you need to kneel on blocks. If you can just get to parallel, you can probably kneel on the floor. And if you can squat below parallel with control and maybe with some load, then I want you to elevate your feet. I'll show you this way. Elevate your feet, but keep the kneeling leg down. That brings the floor up even higher, gets close to duplicating the bottom of your squat position. So once you get into the position that you think is correct, test it out by seeing if you can still just barely pick that foot up off the floor or the block. If you have a mile between the floor and the block, adjust accordingly. If you can't get that foot to move unless you lean back or tuck your tail or something ugly, then get something under your knees, okay? Let me show you one good rep and one ugly rep. I'm gonna do it from my kneeling on the block position because they're comfy. Get stability. Don't just do it in open space, and don't just lightly hang on. I want you to grip the shit out of whatever you can hang on to, and it preferably needs to be anchored to the floor. I'm gonna start at the beginning, just like we do in a standing hip car. This is just kneeling instead. So tuck the tail, exhale, get the ribs back, push away or pull into the upright or your tool, whatever you've got. Pick the knee up as high as you can go without tucking the tail. Open up to 10 or 2. As you continue back, the ankle's gonna drive back and the knee's gonna fall in line, but you're still lifting up as you drive back. Once your kneeling knee and your floating knee look like they're about on the same plane here, swing the knee in, touch it down. If you're still not making contact, it might have meant that your hip hiked. So get that hip down. Try to keep a level waist. Drive back to start the return home. Fly it out. Come to the corner. And then back home. Parachute it down. All right, here's an ugly one. Ready? I'm going to lift so high that I tuck and round or lean. I'm going to open up and then let my hip hike and lose this tension over here, just so I can get my knee so high. It looks great, right? Still hiking. See all the wrinkles here? And then I'm going to go too far back, and I'm going to wrench my back. Now I'm extending my ribs to you, and I'm sticking my butt out behind me. Touch down, reset the tail, but then as soon as I push back, I lose it again. Bring it out. Oh, bring it out and forget my ankle. This ankle always gets forgotten. It's easier. It doesn't feel so terrible, but it's wrong. Bring the ankle along and then to the corner and then home. I didn't make anything ugly that part, but you get the point, all right? So nothing moves except this hip joint. The height of your workspace is determined by the range of motion in your squat. The better range of motion you have, the deeper you need to put it so you get some benefits. We're looking for the edge here. Here's one last rep. Ooh, come here. Same thing again, I'm tucking the tail, exhaling, getting really strong. I'm pulling down this time into the floor with my arms. As you can see, just my hip is moving. That's the primary goal. And I'm getting as much of the edges scraped as I can through here. Yahoo! Go get it.